I'm Vinnie, and I'm a staff machine learning engineer and tech lead of the Applied Computational Biology Squad at GeneDx. When one of GeneDx's patients is suspected of having a genetic disease, their DNA may hold millions of variants, but only a handful may explain their condition. Finding answers requires the right technology and expert clinical insight. That's where AI and our tool, Multiscore, come in. Multiscore is a tool powered by artificial intelligence, GeneDx's unparalleled patient dataset, public phenotype data, case studies in the literature, and the human phenotype ontology. Exome and genome analysis involves filtering many variants in the patient's DNA to identify the disease-causing variant. We've come a long way in identifying variants that are rare and potentially damaging, but we still need an expert with clinical knowledge and understanding of rare diseases to interpret if those rare variants can explain the clinical features of the patient being tested. In other words, it falls to the human analyst to compare the patient's phenotype to the known clinical presentations related to the patient's genotypically interesting genes and determine the phenotypic similarity between them. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing how we think about genetic testing at GeneDx. We developed Multiscore to augment the capabilities of the clinical analyst and guide their decision-making with an AI-informed quantitative measure of similarity between a patient's clinical presentation and the potentially interesting genes identified in their DNA. During case analysis, Multiscore informs the analyst which genes from the genotype filters are the strongest phenotype matches. And from there, the analyst combines the genotype and phenotype data to make decisions about a possible positive finding for genetic disease. At every step, we use human-in-the-loop principles to make sure we're using AI responsibly, which enables the talented and dedicated clinical analysts at GeneDx to do what they do best and at scale. A genetic diagnosis can open the door for families to take a tailored approach on their path forward. It can guide clinical decisions, open doors for new support systems, and expand access to services and treatments while overall reducing healthcare costs. I'll be discussing Multiscore at ACMG 2025 in Los Angeles this March, and I'll show how we got some exciting results using Multiscore to prioritize the positive genes in GeneDx cases.